You remember that scene in A Few Good Men when Jack Nicklaus was on the stand and Tom Cruise was questioning him and broke him down, made him finally confess the truth? Yeah, got him all rattled, made him mad, and all he can do is get mad and say, "You can't handle the truth." Yeah, got him to confess. Well, guess what? We're about to watch a real life situation of that. Before we get into this video, make sure you hit like, share my videos, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Also, make sure that your notifications are on and they're set to all. Now, let's get into this. But first, quick commercial break. I want to talk about something serious, y'all. Guns. That's right, you heard it. Here in America, we're known for big cars, big football games, big hot dogs, and guess what? Big guns. Let's talk about this. So, the recent string of mass shootings, especially those that are in schools, is bringing about stricter gun reform bills. And Congress have passed the most significant gun bill that we've seen in decades. But we all know that bad guys will always have access to guns. And unfortunately for law-abiding citizens, the Second Amendment has never been more at risk of being infringed than this year. But a new site is showing their support for the Second Amendment to create change. And guess what? You can get in on it too. The Support the Second coin usually retails for $24.95, but is currently free for a limited time to bring awareness to the issues affecting gun owners today. The coin has beautiful engravings on both sides, with one side stating in big bold text, "The Second Amendment is my gun permit." Woo-hoo-wee. That sounds like America. Get your free Second Amendment coin today by going to www.supportthesecond.com. That is www.supportthesecond.com. America. What's going on, America? Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. And yeah, man, there's a scene that took place, I guess, down in Florida at one of the school board meetings where a gentleman got up and he was going to read some stuff out of a book that was in the library of the school. And the school board director or whoever was conducting the meeting decided to go ahead and stop this man, interrupt him. And the reason he did it really ended up being a confession. He justified the whole guy's argument. Now, whether he knew he was doing it or not, it got done. He got rattled, got stupid, and said something that exposed the truth. Okay, so are you ready to handle the truth? Let's check it out. This one right here is being brought to us from Matt Walsh.
It says a Florida father is speaking out after a school board cut off his microphone as he denounced pornographic material in classrooms, claiming somebody failed drastically in the mission to protect young minds. Bruce Friedman is his name. He's the Florida chapter president of No Left Turn in Education, which works to restore parental function in public education. He was silenced during a June 30th Clay County School District board meeting as he read from a book he found at the Fleming Island High School. And this exchange is just one you have to see for yourself. So let's play it.
Let's check this out.
Tonight, I'm going to give a sampling from the 3 books that are in our libraries, the Fleming School and the Oak School. And then you can discuss the process by which these books get on the shelves. Because there's a Clay County employee that got paid to put this book, Lucky, by Alice Sebald. I'm going to read things. If there's children watching, cover their ears.
Disclaimer.
He began to meet.
I'm going to stop you right there, sir.
What?
I'm going to stop you right there.
Turn the microphone off.
Turn off his microphone, please. I've told you I'm stopping you.
For what?
The reason I'm stopping you is because these meetings are, if you'll hush your mouth for a minute and listen instead of just talking, you will learn something. The problem is, sir, is these meetings are broadcast. There are people at home that are watching it on YouTube. There are people that are watching it on community television. Are you going to listen or are you going to run your mouth? And you'll get it back. But you'll get it back to talk about something besides reading pornography into a public television set.
Who does he think he's...
Let me explain something to you. There are federal and state laws that prohibit you from saying the things that you're getting ready to say on television. There are state laws that prohibit, and federal communications laws that prohibit you from publishing these things to a child.
Whoa.
You don't have the ability at this point to determine who's watching the television show. And for you to say, everybody cover your ears, just doesn't cut it.
It don't cut it.
If you go to television and you look before anything that comes on that's offensive, they have it graded as R, NC-17, PG, or G, or X. Now, if you put something on the television without that, you are violating state and federal law.
Oh my.
Number one. Number two,
Number two?
if you'll hush a minute and listen, you'll learn something.
What?
Wow. They have no respect for us whatsoever.
No, they don't, Matt. Can you believe that, dude? Now, first of all, here he is talking about, I'm going to stop you right now before you even do this because, you know, people might be at home watching it from YouTube and stuff, and that's why you wanted to stop him. Because what you were really doing is knowing that this man was about to expose what you guys have been putting in schools and allowing children to read, giving them access to literature that is pornographic in nature. And if that man would have been given the platform to read that out loud, it would have, of course, exposed all the stuff that you guys have approved as the board as acceptable literature in the school. So if I'm understanding this, you guys approve this mess. This man wants to read it out loud to you and, of course, to the public. And this man stops him, not because he was worried about, you giving a disclaimer and you got the FCC and all of that stuff. No, what this man was doing is observing down throughout the last year or so, all of these parents coming in here and exposing these board members and these public school systems that are pushing a sexual agenda to all of these kids. And when they get a chance to expose that, read it, and it goes viral, then it wakes up other people. What? You telling me y'all letting the kids read this mess? Are you kidding me? This guy saw that one coming down the pipeline. Soon as the guy brought out the easel and he was like, I'm going to stop you right there. You think this man was really trying to stop this guy from reading that because he was concerned about people on YouTube listening to it and all of that crap? No, dude was concerned about the reputation of that school board and concerned about being exposed. That's why. But besides that, do you understand the disrespect that this man had for this father right here? Had the nerve to be talking about, if you'll hush your mouth, you might learn something. Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? This dude was talking to this father as if he was a subordinate, as if I'm above you, you're not smart, you're dumb, and I'm going to teach you something. And all you really did was taught us that you guys have a bigger agenda. You're sneaky. You slide literature like this in, and you're too embarrassed of the own literature that you guys approved to allow this father to read it out loud. So if you can't read it out loud to the public, why would you have it in there for schools? Matt Walsh is upset. Let's go ahead and finish hearing from him before I wrap this up.
They you want to talk about scorn. The scorn they heap on us every second of the day. And you hear it in that exchange. You want to shut your mouth for a minute? Who are you talking to?
Exactly.
I thought the guy that was trying to speak, he kept his calm better than I probably could. I respect that. And in the process, he illustrated something very important. But part of me wishes he'd respond like, who the hell are you talking to? You son of a... Why don't you shut your mouth?
Ooh.
You telling... Who do you think you are that you can sit up there and tell me to close my mouth?
Right.
That's not how this works. You sit on a school board. You're a nobody. You work for me. I tell you to shut your mouth and listen to me. That should be the response. And what is he saying? It's illegal. This guy is saying it's illegal to read this material out loud because a child might hear it. Meanwhile, this is the material that he allows to be in the schools that he oversees. So it's illegal for a parent to read it out loud at a school board meeting, right, but it's not illegal to supply it to the kids in the library at the school?
Bingo. So just like I said in the opening of this video where Jack Nicklaus got so frustrated that he just was like, you can't handle the truth. This guy at the school board, for whatever reason, who claims he's smart and was educating this guy, saw the writing on the wall. A great soundbite was coming. It was coming down the pipeline, y'all. Some exposure of this school board and the material that they allow these kids to read was about to be exposed. And his way of silencing it and shutting it down was actually ending up making a confession about how horrific the material is, to the point where you can't read it because it's pornographic in nature. So by trying to silence this guy and by trying to pretend I'm so smart and I know all these rules about the FCC and stuff, all he ended up doing was making a confession that validated this man's point. This should not be material that's placed in a school. Therefore, if you're telling me, Mr. Smart Stuff, that I shouldn't be reading this and I can't let YouTube and all these other places be exposed to this, then why in the world are you being held to the same standard as you guys on the board approve this literature to be read and placed in the libraries of the school? So by being smart, you ended up being dumb. Thank you, Mr. School Board Man, for making the point. Yeah, y'all, this is what we're working with in 2022. Who does that man think he is? He better be lucky that that dude was a gentle woodland creature and didn't run down the middle of that aisle, jump over into that man's grill and go to working on it, snatch all of this out. Every one of his fronts didn't do it. He's a better man than most people, dang on it. But I do appreciate the exposure, even though we already knew what's going on in these schools. They can't hide it. It comes out. And as I always say, what doesn't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse. And this dude just got rinsed. God bless y'all. God bless America. Don't forget to check out my podcast. All the links are below this video. All right. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Take care. God bless y'all. God bless America. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share my videos. Find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. And please check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like their products, please click on the link below this video. Put Kevin in a promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. If you'd like to donate to Kevin's Corner, feel free. The links are below this video. If you want to be a part of my $2 a month club, also feel free to do that. All it entails is you simply dropping $2 a month into one of those links below the video. Or if you want, you can drop a nice big fat lump sum in there to offset the stuff that we know goes on with big tech. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Make sure that you are still subscribed. And finally, set your notification button to all, because YouTube is playing games, y'all. Now, God bless you. God bless America. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.